So I had this question recently and I want to share because I get it. I understand. I have some short friends who struggle with transitions. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna, and if you are new here, we are a homeschooling family of 4. We are about to enter our 8th year of homeschooling, 7th grader and a 3rd grader. But I do think that this is actually more of a parenting question, so I hope that all of you, not just homeschoolers, will find it valuable. Today, I want to share with you how we are tackling transitions. Before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Let's talk about what we're talking about. We are talking about when your children are doing something, okay? And this can be one homeschool thing or playing or anything like that. And you need to transition. You need to move on to the next thing, whatever that is. Activity, extracurricular, subject, chores, whatever it is. When you need to go from one thing to the next thing. And that stopping the one thing is hard and they just kind of don't take it well. So meltdowns, fits, tantrums, fussing, crying, not being excited about the next thing, even if it's something they want to do. And I think as parents, of course, we all understand this. And there are some things that I do to help tackle the transitions. Because again, we don't want temper tantrums and meltdowns and things like that. We want it to be as smooth as we can possibly make it. Of course, we can't avoid everything because that's unrealistic. And I get it. I understand how hard it is to be doing something and enjoying it and be nose in it. And then even if it is something you want to do, to have to stop what you're doing because maybe you're on a roll. Maybe you're getting great work done. Maybe you're really enjoying it. Maybe you've got 5 minutes left of your show. Like whatever it is, I get it. I really, really do get it. And I understand that their little brains and emotions can't handle it because they're just not developmentally finished. I get all of that. But these are some things that we do to try to help in our home. These are 10 steps that we take to try to ease those transitions, okay? Number 1 is we involve our kids in the planning. And I know that that might sound kind of crazy, and we do it within reason, but like, what extracurriculars do you even want to do, okay? Because I don't want to take you there if you're going to hate it every time. If you're going to hate leaving the house every time. I don't want to take you there if you don't actually want to go. I certainly don't want to go, sit, fight with you to get there, and then pay for it. And I know that you guys have seen those videos on social media where somebody is like, we're going to Disney, and like surprise their kid, and their kid's reaction is like, because they're so thrown off. It is important to us to involve our kids in the planning process. It helps them to understand what is coming. So one of the ways that we will do that, number 2, is we talk through the upcoming month. As I'm putting things on the calendar, on our big like whiteboard calendar, we go ahead and we talk about all the things that we have coming up and the dates that they are happening. So we also talk through the week. And in the evenings, we will talk through the next day, just to remind them what's coming. Number 3, in the morning, I will let them know what our plans are for the day, right down to if we know what we're having for dinner, if anything is going to be off of our normal schedule. I like to let them know what's coming. It helps them prepare. And whether or not they take it well, I've planted the seed to let them know what is on their plate for the day. Number 4, and this is something that we started as they've been a little bit older, and I'm trying to continue through the summer and hopefully do a bit more in the fall, is we have them write their to-do list. I got some really cute little like spiral bound daily to-do lists for kids on Amazon. If I can remember, I'll put them in my storefront over there. But it just lets them, and I try to have them write it down because it helps kind of create that additional understanding and memory when you're writing it yourself, and then they can check their boxes to keep their progress. So writing a to-do list is a big deal. Number 5 is I will have them dress for the main event of the day. So if the big thing that we're doing today, for example, is we're going to Ninja, I need you to go ahead and dress and be ready for Ninja, because that just kind of removes one barrier of getting ready to go. If we don't have to change anything, if we're already going, and we dress for the biggest thing of the day. So yes, you're playing out and having fun, but we don't really have anything else that we need to have like a certain outfit for. On days we have fencing, they have to wear long pants, socks, and tennis shoes. So I let them know that they need to dress for that day, because there are requirements around what you need to wear, how you need to dress, how your hair needs to be done, things like that. So we will dress for the main event. Number 6, and we all do it, reminders, 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 reminders. I remind them that they've got this thing coming. I remind them we've got an hour, we've got 2 hours, we've got 3 hours, we've got 5 minutes. Reminders, 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 reminders. Number 7 is I like to set benchmarks when we're talking through our planning. So we have Ninja after lunch. We have a doctor's appointment after breakfast, so that they know when they have breakfast, next up is a doctor's appointment. When they have lunch, next up is Ninja. When they have one thing to do, they understand that the other thing is coming soon after. So those benchmarks help when it comes to structuring our day and letting them know what's next. Number 8, of course, we all do it, countdowns. 10 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 3 more minutes, 1 more minute. Last thing, countdowns help absolutely, because again, it does kind of taper it off. You can't just be like, oh no, we've got to go right now. I know anytime I have lost track of time and then rushed everyone out, it is a bad experience for everybody all around. So those countdowns are absolutely huge. Number 9, and one of my personal favorites, is external timers. And it is even better if you can have your kids set the external timer. So like for me, I'll be like, hey, we've got 45 minutes till we need to leave. Go set a timer on the Alexa. So she does it. She says it to the Alexa. And then when the timer goes off, mommy didn't say it. Alexa said it. So anytime that I can pass the blame or pass that focus onto someone or something else, I absolutely do that. So Alexa said it, not mommy. You set the timer, you knew. This isn't a surprise. We've had a countdown. Here's our reminders. We've made our benchmarks. All of these things add up for greater success. And I have found I like it when they set the timers themselves. So we do have easy to use timers kind of all over the house that they can set themselves to help keep themselves on track. Number 10, and this is just the way it is, once you've done all of these things, you just have to pull off the Band-Aid, okay? So you can't be kind of willy-nilly and too flexible. We're leaving in 5, we're leaving in 5. It's time to go, we gotta go. So you've got your shoes on, you need to roll. Like there is no, okay, well I guess 5 more or whatever. As soon as you are kind of soft in that regard, the kids are gonna learn that they can push it, that they can do that next time to get the same result they're getting this time. So when you just pull the Band-Aid off. You've got to rip it off. You've got to make it happen. You've got to get out the door. You need to be ready, shoes on, water bottle packed, ready to go. So when it comes time, just pull the Band-Aid off and make it happen. Again, I get it, okay? And I know that transitions can cause big emotions and you can often be confused. Like this is something you wanted to do. You were part of the plan. Why are you so unhappy now? But it's not necessarily that they don't want to do the next thing. It's that they don't want to leave what they're doing, which again, I totally get and understand. And you can even honestly appreciate when your kids want to keep doing a thing that they're doing. That means they're enjoying it and they're happy. So just keep in mind, it can be confusing. And help your kids process their big feelings in a healthy way. Getting really angry isn't usually ever helpful. Having a big display of emotions that you yourself haven't regulated isn't exactly the best model to be presenting. So do all of these things, and I hope that will help your family the way that it has helped my family to keep up with transitions. Sorry, I had a little interruption. Anyways, I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. The irony that I was forced to transition out of this video while filming it right before the conclusion about transitions and tackling those is not lost on me. So, good times, yeah. The good universe provides. Bye, guys.